I'm going to tell a couple little stories about if you can't laugh at yourself. I think we may have all had this. One that's going to come to my mind is something that happened to me many, many years ago. Living in Snow Lake, Manitoba, a friend of mine and I went to Fort Lauderdale. Met a couple other people. And I'd never been anywhere like that. Beautiful. Fort Lauderdale was just beautiful. People everywhere. Beautiful beaches. And one day, my friend Mike, I and a couple of other people we'd met were walking on the beach. And there was people everywhere, people swimming, people laying on lawn chairs or cabana chairs. And that's what I'm going to talk about. As I'm walking along with a beverage in my hand, I believe it was an old Milwaukee, walking, and I'm looking at the sand and the ocean and people and the hot dog stands. And I look to my right, and here are 4 or 5 young ladies laying in cabana chairs. And that's not unusual for Florida, but what was unusual to me was they were topless. Coming from a farming town and living in a mining town, you're rarely seen 4 young girls laying topless on anywhere. I was looking at these girls laying there in their cabana chairs, breasts on display, and I didn't see the chair in front of me. I'm walking, looking at them, and tumble right over the chair. Go right over the chair, come right back up on my feet, embarrassed, looking around, going, I'm okay, taking a big sip of my beer, which is now full of sand, then spitting sand out. I look, 2 of my buddies that I'm with are actually laying on the ground, pounding on their fists on the ground. They're laughing at me so hard. The girls who are laying there are also laughing so hard. And I had to laugh too. People I didn't know were laughing at me. I didn't get hurt. All was well. I just never seen anything like that. That's if you can't laugh at yourself, what can you laugh at? The one other little story I've got like that is, I think we may have all done it. You walk up to a glass door, a big storefront door, and we don't read. We just say, it's going to be pull. So you pull on the door, and it's actually push. So you run into the door, it doesn't open, your glasses are sitting like that, your hat, I'm normally wearing a hat, my hat's on sideways, and the door is still open. If you're with someone, they're going to laugh at you, and people that see you are also going to laugh at you. So my story being here is, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? There are many, many little stories I could tell like that. You may be walking in the ice. You slip. It's very treacherous out here in Regina today. You slip and fall. You're more embarrassed about that, perhaps, than you are hurt. And if you are hurt, you don't want people to know you're hurt. You just get up and say, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm okay. In the meantime, you've cut your leg or you've hurt your back. But you don't want people to know that. I'm tough. I'm macho. I don't get hurt. So my point in these little stories being, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? Ha ha ha. I'm not hurt. The story about in Fort Lauderdale and the girls, I actually got to be friends with them for a few days. Had some really good times with them. Not running into the door, big deal. I never got hurt. Bent my glasses maybe, hurt my pride, nothing else. Slipping on the ice can be a little more serious, but we're all worried about pride. Hey, did anybody see us? Am I okay? That's about all we think about. So think about those things. We all laugh at ourselves. There's nothing wrong with laughing at ourselves. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? I think we can all think back. You miss a stair, you trip and fall. You're more worried about did somebody see me than acting like if you're okay or not. So where I'm going with this is have fun. Doesn't matter. As long as you don't hurt anyone or hurt yourself seriously, have a good time. Ha, ha, ha. Laughing is fun for us.